Is having children detrimental to your career? The answer may depend upon your gender. Today we'll be talking with Professor Jerry Thompson, an expert in gender inequality and bias. Please tell us a little bit more about how being a parent can influence your ability to get a job.
Well, in addition to their job, parents have other important child-related responsibility, and as a result, parents may appear less committed to their jobs.
So being a parent is equally difficult for men and women.
Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. There are certain beliefs or stereotypes associated with women which are detrimental for their career success. For example, there's a general pervasive belief in our society that women possess warm rather than assertive attributes. Now, specifically, women are seen as kind, nice, and concerned with the well-being of others. Now, furthermore, women are not thought to be ambitious, aggressive, and competent.
I like nice people. Is being nice really a bad thing?
Being nice is not a bad thing per se. It's not an ideal trait when one is in a competitive career. It can be associated with weakness. As an example, when hiring for a competitive managerial position, what do you want? Do you want a nice, kind person or an assertive go-getter?
This seems like an issue for all women. How does this stereotype hurt mothers?
Well, this stereotype is particularly harmful to the careers of mothers because mothers are seen as the typical or ideal female. When people see a mother, they see exactly what a woman should be. Thus, motherhood makes the warm and nice stereotypes associated with women very activated in people's minds. A mother applying for a manager or an executive position will appear even less assertive and competent than a non-parent woman.
Well, I can maybe see how this would happen.
There is scientific evidence for this bias. In one experiment, researchers had participants rate 4 applicants for a promotion. The 4 applicants were all staff members and were all applying for a job as the Assistant Vice President of Financial Affairs. The responsibilities for this position included supervising the financial affairs of the department, managing the staff. Thus, having assertive traits, such as being ambitious and independent, were important for this job.
Okay, I can see how being ambitious would be important for this job.
The 4 applicants were the same in terms of age, job experience, and education. The applicants had Masters of Business Administration degrees and had worked at the company for 2 to 3 years, and all of the applicants were similar in their qualifications.
There must have been some differences between the applicants.
Yes, of course. The important differences between the applicants were their gender and whether or not they were parents. There was a male and a female applicant without children, and a male and female applicant with children. Now, these 4 applicants were rated on how committed, competent, and hireable they appeared.
Interesting. Did being a parent matter?
Yes. Participants thought that both the female and male parent would be less committed to the job than the non-parents. However, participants rated the mother as less competent than the female and the male non-parent and the male parent. Thus, there was something about being a mother that made the woman applicant appear not very competent.
And being seen as competent was important.
Well, yes, being competent is very important for being the Vice President of Financial Affairs. Participants rated the mother as less hireable than the female non-parent, the male non-parent, and the father.
So, based on what we talked about earlier, this must have occurred because the mother was viewed as possessing fewer assertive traits, like being aggressive or ambitious.
Well, in a second study, the researchers tested your question. This experiment was exactly the same, except the researchers also had the participants rate the applicants on various assertive behaviors, such as being eager to get ahead and having high career aspirations.
And those behaviors seem pretty important for succeeding at the job?
Those assertive behaviors are vital for prospering in a high-level position.
So what did the researchers find in this second experiment?
The researchers found that, again, participants rated both the female and male parents as less committed to the job than the non-parents. However, again, the mother was rated as less competent and hireable than the female non-parent and the male non-parent or the father. Importantly, the mother was also rated as less likely to engage in assertive behaviors, such as being eager to get ahead. Being less likely to engage in these behaviors made the mother appear less competent. And furthermore, being less competent made the mother less hireable.
But participants rated the father as equally likely to engage in these positive assertive behaviors and just as competent as the man without a child?
Yes, unfortunately for the mother. Now, importantly, I want to note that there was nothing about the information provided that would have made participants think any of the applicants were particularly warm or assertive. Participants saw this mother as less competent and hireable simply because she was a mother.